Hello, hello, hello. This is Jackie here, streaming live. Let me just check, as always, that I'm streaming in the right place. Am I there? Yes, I am. Come and say hello. Come and say hello, give me a thumbs up. Tell me you're here. As always, I am talking to you that way, but I'm looking at the comments this way on my phone. Hi, Heidi. Hello, Jessica. Joanne, hello, hello, hello. Are you all excited? Are you all excited? Hands up. Who's been out in the sun today? Hi, Sam. Who's been lying out in the sun trying to get a bit of warmth and vitamin D on your body? Because I have. Yeah. Walk the dog. Hi, Kerry. Hi, Sharon. Hello, Melanie. Yeah, I walk the dog. And I've got quite a lot of work to do, but I thought the vitamin D is calling me. So I went and laid out on the garden for a couple of hours. Yeah, Sam, you do right. Absolutely. Tell me what oracle cards you have got with you. And if you're watching this on replay, just put #replay, just so I know. You've been gardening, Heidi. Yeah, I did a little bit of that, but I didn't do anything too strenuous. I mean, we're getting snow next week, aren't we? That could only be the UK. Boiling up, 22 degrees, and then the following week, snow. You know? Right, so yeah, let me know in the comments what cards you've got. Jessica's been working in the garden. Kerry's been working in the garden. Fabulous. So I have, you can use any cards, okay? But the easiest to use for just for this purpose are the ones that have got words on and a book. So I'm using the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards, and I have some Kyle Gray Angel Prayers, and I also have a battered box, Daily Mantras for Confidence. So this tonight is your how to use Oracle cards to create social media content or any kind of content. It doesn't just have to be social media content. It can be stuff for writing blogs, newsletters, anything. Rachel's got Witch's Wisdom. Ooh, nice. The Shaman's Dream Oracle. Kerry, is that the Kyle Gray ones that you've... Yeah, the Kyle Gray ones. Yeah, I love them. I have Fairy Tarots. Amazing. Sam's got several decks. Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. Yeah, they're the ones that I've just shown you there. So have you all got your pens and papers ready? I'm going to wait just a couple of minutes just to see if a few more people join on. Melanie, visit me too. I've just chosen the goddess ones out of my pile. Yeah. Lucia. Hi, Lucia. Messages from the angels, as they are my favourites. I have others, but we'll use these. Yeah, is that are they the Doreen Virtue ones, Lucia? I think I've got those. I've got that many packs, and they're in different places. And I looked at, so I was going to use these, the Kyle Gray Keepers of the Light, but I haven't got the book with it. So I decided against that. Now, when I'm teaching people on my classes, like how to read angel cards, the first thing I tell you to do is to get rid of the book, or don't use the book, because you want it to work intuitively. However, this is slightly different what we're using, and we're using it in a different way. So I'm not asking you to pick things up psychically or mediumistically. It's nothing like that at all. But you are tapping into your intuition with it, okay? I did a newsletter last Friday. Some of you have seen it, about harnessing your lion energy. And basically, I pulled a card, saw what the card was, and then that's what I wrote about. So, Sam, maybe the decks all came free from Soul and Spirit. I've got loads of it. Yeah, I think This one, yeah, this is a free one from Soul and Spirit. These daily mantras for confidence. Heidi, I love my Colette Baron Reed Oracle card. Oh, I don't know those, Heidi. I'll have to put a picture of those in. Also love my fairy ones. So beautiful. Amazing. Have you got your pens and papers and your journals and your brain? You're going to need your brain. So this is not a class of me just talking and telling you. This is a class of you actually doing something as well. So I'm just going to show you, but I want some of your input with this as well. But basically the way that you're going to do it is the normal way, as if you were going to be picking cards for yourself or for a client. So you're going to shuffle them in the same way, and whatever you listen to, whether it's a stop or whatever it is, just shuffle them. Okay. So I'm just going to take the top card, and you'll understand what I mean when I'm saying about getting cards that have got words on them, because it's those words that you're going to use to tap into creating the content. Okay. So this card is honor your feelings. So what I want you to do, first of all, just in the comments for now, and I'm going to get you to do some work in a minute, I want you to just tell me instantly what comes up for you when we talk about honor your feelings. Just fire it in the comments, and just, there's no right or wrong with this at all. Okay, I just want you to, and you're not doing a reading for me or anybody else, I just want to know what words, what things come up when you talk about honor your feelings. And the other words on this is, because this card is about Archangel Haniel. Okay, thank you, Haniel, for supporting me as I honor my emotions. Okay, you might even want to write down the name of this just to give you an idea about. So honor your feelings, and then thank you, Haniel, for supporting me as I honor my emotions. So Ellie, be true to yourself, be true to your, wow, are you all reading the same thing here? Be true to yourself. Yeah, absolutely. Authenticity. Okay, so when you're looking at this, okay, you could be thinking honor your feelings. So is it that maybe people at this minute or at this moment in time are not necessarily honoring their own feelings, and they're keeping their feelings internally because they don't know how to express them? Or do they feel like they would attract too much negativity if they express them? Or do they not know how to express them? So there's all these kind of things that can come up when you're thinking about what's coming up on your card. Okay, so I just want you to write the title, honor your feelings, and I want you to just write a couple of lines as to what's coming up for honor your feelings. But equally, when we're looking at the card, so we've got these beautiful wings, blue turquoise, I can't speak, turquoise wings. We've got a beautiful like lotus flower here just opening up. So again, you could dive in there with honor your feelings and express whatever is coming up within you. Don't hold anything back. Be true to yourself. Be authentic. Show the real you. Don't be scared of hiding away. And when we're thinking about content, we're not necessarily thinking about a blog post that's got to be, minimum 300 words. This could just be something that you're sharing or that you're writing, so you could title your post honor your feelings, and then you're going in deep as to what might be coming up for you with it. Hi, Lindsay. Have you got your cards, darling? So, John, new beginnings for me. A new chapter is coming. I can feel it. True to me. Yeah, but again, that's something that you could, if you're journaling on it in particular, you could actually just sit there and be like tuning into your higher self, your higher vibration. Okay, what's coming up for me when I think about honor your feelings? What do I want to say? What do I want to get out? Okay, so write this down, and what you feel you need to express, because also could be that this card is for you and about the feelings and things that you are going through at this moment in time. Because I know when I'm doing readings for people, often I'm reading for them and I'm thinking, oh my God, I need to hear this myself. You know, I don't know whether any of you can relate to that. Sometimes the reading is as much for you as it is for the person that you're reading for. So this is about thinking maybe about a flower that is just opening into bud and a bud coming into a flower, and about how all the seeds that you've planted months ago are now coming into fruition and opening, and you're seeing the benefits of what you're getting from it. Okay. We've also got, you probably can't see it in the light properly on here, but there's like a teardrop just here on the third eye. So it could be then that you start thinking about what's the third eye. Talk about the third eye. What does the third eye do? You know, it's clear vision, it's clairvoyance, it's your intuition, it's your imagination. So think of all the things that you could relate to that. You know, then behind it, there's a moon, okay? What could you talk about in relation to the moon? So it's really about thinking outside of the box, because I know that when I'm talking to clients, one of the hardest things that they find to do in terms of business is knowing what social media content to write. This is such a really, really good way of using your cards to do that. You know, look at the colours, the purples, the blues, it's the expression. I mean, it's, apart from the fact it's just an absolutely stunning card, there's so much on there that you could talk about. It's all right, Rosalind, you don't need to apologise. Heidi, yes, I always use a message myself on spirit too. Yeah. The lotus flower for me means being open to whatever is coming. Now that in itself, Lucia, is it Lucia or Lucia? Just forgive me for not pronouncing it right. Again, just in that sentence, the lotus flower for me means being open to whatever is coming. That could be great content, you know? That's, and I know you do, you sell, you know, products, you make products, but it's, you could tap into some of that creativity, and not all your posts need to necessarily be about your product. It could be a spin-off of your product, you know? You know, the lotus half being open to whatever is coming, that could be you talking about how often you in your business you like to go with the flow of things and let things just trickle in and come into your mind, and you're not setting goals and things like that. You maybe do, but often this is stuff that you can talk about. Pronounced Lucia. Ah, okay. Is it Italian? Lucia. I like that. Okay, so you could then expand on it. So it could move from being a post, a social media post. It could then be something that you could share on Instagram. Okay, you could take a photograph of your card and share it on Instagram. You could then lengthen it and see what's coming out for you, and then make a blog post on it or a newsletter. You know, that once you start tapping in to using the right side of your brain, okay? So when we think about being left-brained and right-brained, the left brain is the logical side. I work, when I'm working business-minded, I'm working a lot of the time with my left brain. I'm working on the logical side. Then when we go with the flow and the creativity, we're working with the right side of the brain. And what we're wanting to do with this is to tap into the right side of the brain to let things flow, okay? So if you were doing a reading for yourself, you know, it's about letting that energy flow. Sam, I'm really struggling to know what to post for my bookkeeping business, because right now I don't have a business. Okay. Okay. So have you got a page, Sam? Because you could be talking about the business that you're going to be building or the business that you're going to be having. And you know what, to be honest, when we're thinking about, sorry, I've got some mascara that's gone in my eye. When you're thinking about what you're posting on your social media, let's get rid of a lot of the rules with this. Do you know what I mean? Be you, be yourself, be authentic, show the ups and downs. That is what people want to see. They don't want to see your perfect life. You know, they want to know what you're going through, how you've got to where you're going. If you're having a shit day, you're having a shit day. Do you know what I mean? It's not all bells and whistles and you know, flying unicorns. Just put what you're going through. And I also said this as well, you know, what you're going through in terms of your life is what you can use to help other people, okay? So the other thing that you could do with this, so again, it depends on how your mind works. You might want to use a mind map, okay? So mind mapping. So you would put, say, the title in the middle, so honor your feelings, and then you'll do spiders off it. So you'd think about what comes up and do a spider graph with it, because it depends on how you're working. You might want to write a list of words that comes up for you when you look at this card, okay? And use that as a message, because I guarantee there will be a message in what you're saying and a message that you can get out to other people, okay? So let's have a look. I'm going to have a look at the, in fact, actually, I'm just going to have a look what's in the book, because this could give you even more stuff to go on. Now, you're not going to create a post and use the words in the book, okay? But if you look at the general meaning, you know, you're allowed to be emotional, and it's completely natural to express your emotions. You've got a post right there. You're allowed to be emotional, and it's completely natural to express your emotions. Instantly, if you write that in your journal on your piece of paper, you could start just writing stuff that's going to flow with it. Okay? The angels are encouraging you to acknowledge how you feel and express that in a positive and loving way. So you could read what's in here and then word it in your own way. Thank you, Sam. Yes, I have a Facebook page or an Insta page, and so far I've posted about my exam results. Cool, love it. But what you want to be doing is, okay, I know if you're doing bookkeeping, is it bookkeeping and accounting? You said bookkeeping. I mean, you're probably also thinking that, what are you going to post about bookkeeping? And this is where using this sort of stuff can come in. And you're, you know, when you're talking about like honor your feelings, you're talking about the fact that you've honored your feelings by setting up your own business. You know, your feelings that when you've passed your exams, that it's that kind of thing. We want to see the emotion behind the person. Okay. For those of you that did the boot camp, I shared with you, I mean, she's now my business coach, but she said to me a few years ago that I need to unclench my bum. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? And I was a bit like, fuck, she is. And she said, when you meet you're vivacious, you're loud, you're bubbly, you're very, your hands and all this, and you're loud and quite, to the point, but you don't necessarily come across like that in your social media posts. And that, for me, was a bit of a turning point, because I was like, oh God, actually, she's probably right. I need to change this up. So yeah, just think about the stuff that you can use from that. I'm going to do one from the Goddess pack, and then I'm going to get you to do a little bit of an exercise with it. I think Joanne must be having some internet problems. It keeps coming on and coming off and coming on. You need to create a story how you can help those struggling or haven't got a clue when it comes to bookkeeping. Yeah. Totally get that. Had older of a lady who'd gone through domestic violence. I wanted to replace an altar kit. Azek smashed it. I talked to her about my past. Yeah, and this is the thing, Rachel. You'll often find that, you know, you'll meet people who you can help through your own experience, you know? And I didn't, you know, I didn't know that that's what I was going to be doing when I got onto my spiritual path. I had no idea. But yeah, I mean, so this is Freya. This is quite a special card for me. The name Freya is very special for me. She is one sexy goddess woman, this is. You know, she's staring the eyes. She's got looks like a bikini bandeau top on. There's a cat there. So this is not just looking at the title. It's looking at the image, okay? But the title is bold, okay? So the title there is bold. So what does bold mean to you? It's standing in your power, okay? Unleash your adventurous side. Take risks and be daring. So it's about, you know, maybe you need to just take that leap of faith. Do something that you've never done before. Do something that scares you. Jump out your comfort zone and get out there. You know, the cat at the side, you know, you could talk about, if you've got pets, how your pet is with you in the day. You know, are they sat with you in the office? Are they not? What are they doing? Take a photograph of your pet and put that as a post. I guarantee you put a post about your pet and you'll get tons of people commenting, you know, show me, this is my dog, this is my cat. Put, you know, share yours underneath. Joe Ripley, I pulled this card, Freya, the other day for me. Yeah, it's a very special card. And you know, it was a couple of years ago. I did I did an oracle card reading for myself for the year ahead. So I did it for each month. And I think it was March. I don't know whether it was last year or the year before. I can't remember. But something kept saying to me, you need to connect with Freya, the goddess Freya. You need to connect with the goddess. And I was like, oh, right, wow. Freya. And I got really emotional about it. And as I said, she's got a special meaning for me. I then came back home, and because I was out walking the dog, and I came back home and I got out my oracle card reading that I'd done, and the card that I pulled for that month was Freya. So that was for me about me connecting in with that energy. Okay, so if you're using the goddess cards, connect with that goddess. You know, if it's with an angel, connect with them. Freya, what do you want to tell me? What message do you want to give? What can I tell people today? What do they need to know? You know, there's like a little horn at the bottom. I don't know whether you can see it, but you know, do you blow your own trumpet enough? Are you singing your praises enough? Are you letting people know how amazing you are? Or are you hiding? Get out there, be bold. Share everything that you've done. Light yourself up. You know, there's beautiful like mountains in the background that are lit up. Use those. Use the colours, the blues, the pinks. It's about using your imagination. Yeah, absolutely you can use tarot cards. Yeah, definitely. You've got guinea pigs. Right, let's have a look. Girl power. I can see that as a status already. This is brilliant. I thought you might call. Yeah, absolutely, Sharon. I've got guinea pigs. I'm not. Oh, guinea pigs as your pets. Take a photograph of your guinea pig. You know, do you like my new bookkeeping pet today? This is my guinea pig, and tell us what the name is and what they do and what's the favourite thing that they do. She's so powerful. She is amazingly powerful. Yeah, and she is a spiritual badassery in its awesomeness. Is Freya. So yeah, so in terms of, so I'm touching on with tarot. I don't use tarot. I used to use tarot. I've got to be honest, I'm shit at using tarot. I'm just not very good with tarot. You have to, the 78 cards, you've got to remember all the meanings. And so what I was doing when I was reading tarot, my left brain was coming in and saying, well, hang on, that's the two of hearts or whatever it is, two of spades or whatever. I'm doing cartomancy here. I'm doing playing cards. Two of cups, we'll say. So my left brain will be saying, what's the two of cups? So rather than trying to switch the right side of my brain on for the creative flow, I was too much in my left brain. That I was too much in like kind of the masculine energy rather than trying to go into the feminine energy and embracing what I was getting from the cards. So that's why I had to ditch the tarot cards. So for you, if you're using tarot, you know that so you know, cups are emotions. So what are the emotions that are behind it? You're still going to have words that you know about, or get your tarot book out and see what it says in that book. But again, look at the images, look at the pictures, what's going on in that tarot card. So forget that you're doing a reading for somebody and just think what's coming up in the card. Yeah, it's amazing the stuff that you can think about with this. You know, like she's wearing a hat. So, you know, have you got a favourite hat? Do you wear hats? Do you not wear hats? This is not necessarily about thinking of posts that are this long. It's just a trigger that you can pick something up from it. Let's see what Freya has to say. And no doubt she's got a message for me in here as well today that I'll need to learn and know. Lindsay, I find that with tarot and find it much better to either use them intuitively or use. Yeah, I just can't switch the left side of my brain off to use them intuitively. It's just how I'm made up, I guess. Joe Robinson, the reason I love fairy is they are very much like oracles. I don't have the triffish pictures yet. I mean, there's no right or wrong with this. Do you know what I mean? No right way or wrong way. It's just a way of getting you to think outside the box. So what does Freya say? Don't play it safe. Okay. I told you there was a message in this for me, didn't I? Don't play it safe right now. Instead, take bold action in the direction of your true heart's desire. So when you're reading this, right, you're journaling. What does this mean? You know, success comes not from timidity, but from committing yourself fully to realizing your dream. Hold the clear intention of success and it shall come about. Enjoy the excitement of taking risks, of being bold and being daring. And be sure to celebrate your... Now, this is a really good one. And be sure to celebrate your success with a party or by splurging on a wonderful indulgence. So right there, you've got something you can talk about. And be sure to celebrate your success, because how many times do we do something amazing but we don't celebrate our success? Yeah, we either just brush it off as, well, that's just what I do, or we focus on a negative. Yeah, we need to get into the habit of celebrating who we are and what we're doing. So if you have you know, a good thing that you've done, celebrate it. So again, that's a post. Do you celebrate your wins? How do you celebrate your wins? What do you do? What do you do when you have got something amazing that you've just achieved? Yeah. Okay, cool. So, you know, when you're writing this, so what you would do is when you're thinking about your post, you can write it in the journal and think about, like, what should the vibe of my content feel like today? And then one thing that actually, what I want you to do now is I want you to get your cards out and I want you to shuffle them however you would normally shuffle your cards. And I want you to pull out the first card that you want. And I want you to write the title of that card in your journal or on your piece of paper or whatever you've got. And I'm just going to give you 2 or 3 minutes to just let it flow. Okay? let it flow, and just get some things coming out of your head. And I want you to let me know when you've done it. And I might ask a couple of you to share, because we will be here all night if we get everybody to share theirs. But a couple of you can. I celebrate everyone else's successes and don't myself need. Well, let me tell you this, Joe. We will be celebrating yours on the Crystal Clear Business Foundations program. And well done for signing up to that today. In fact, you can give yourself a pat on the back for that, Joe. Celebrate that. You made that kick-ass decision that you're going to move your business forward. So, when you've done that, I've got another little thing I want you to do as well. A couple of things, really. I'm going to see what other goddess wants to be with us tonight while you're doing this. And let me know what card you've pulled. Has anybody been to the beer garden in the pub yet? I haven't. I don't believe this. Okay, so I've just shuffled and I've got Freya. Okay, so I think Freya's trying to connect with me. So I'm leaving that card out so I can do a bit of connection with Freya. Might do a bit of a meditation with her. These cards are daily mantras, okay? So these would be great. You know, I think the more writing that you've got on your cards, the better this would probably be for you, because it's just that little bit of a trigger. Electricity. Yeah, I know, Joe. Yeah, absolutely. I've just shuffled them and come out with the same card. Guardian Angel, Sleep, Amiga, electricity, Donna Louise. What do you mean by electricity? Power in action. Oh, is that what's on your card? Electricity. Okay, so we're getting quite a lot tonight about seeds and growing. So this one, well, I'll read it. It says, may you know that you already possess the water to make the seeds of yourself grow. How amazing is that? I just love that. So when you're looking at that, may you know that you already possess the water to make the seeds of yourself grow. So it's, you know that you possess all of the answers that you need. Those seeds are being planted. Think about where you're going to be in 6 months from now, once these seeds that you've planted have grown. How amazing is your life going to be? But equally, and this, you could actually make this around like filling up your own cup, because your seeds will not grow if you don't water them. And that's the same with yourself. So you're not going to grow if you don't look after yourself and tend to yourself, okay? If you don't start focusing on you. And be nice to yourself. Please, can I tell you if I'll get any? I'm not doing card readings, Louise. Joey Rippler, I've got Kuan Yin card and it says, let it go. So I thought of Frozen. The song, Let It Go. Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? You could pick some lines out of that, out of the song, Let It Go. Pick a few lines and put that in and then do a post on it. I did that last week, actually. I did a post and I put some words from a song that came to me during meditation, and I just put those. And sometimes just because there is, in the words of that song, there are some really poignant ones. So pick some of the really poignant words of the song, and then you could build a post up on that. Balance is on my card. So when you're writing down balance, Joe, think about, what does balance mean to you? What message about balance do you want to be telling people? You know, it could be that you need to balance your business and your work life, your business and your work life. That's because I'm 24/7 in my work head. Your business and your home life, you know. We've just had the full moon in Libra, which is about balancing of the scales, yeah. So you need that balance to keep things working properly. Melanie, Athena, inner wisdom, trust your gut, your inner knowing. Yeah, again, you've got stuff there straight away that you can use. You know, trust your gut, that feeling, you know, when you get that butterfly stomach, you just know, trust your gut, your inner knowing. Donna Louie, it's good for me, power in motion, another business venture growing here. Yeah, power in motion. I like those words in itself, power in motion. Yeah. Emotion. Victory, good news is on its way. Public recognition or awards. So again, so when you think about victory, you know, what does that mean to you? What's victory for you? We could again go back to the successes. What successes have you done that you've not recognized, that you want to tell the world about, you know, because at the end of the day, if you don't tell people, nobody's going to know. Reflection of the water in the trees on mine, deep reflection and growth through adversity. Yes. Yeah, amazing. Deep reflection and growth through adversity. And I think that's what a lot of us have done, because we've had one of those years that we never thought we were ever going to have. And so many of us have grown and stepped up to the mark and really come into ourselves and fully embraced who we are. So who else has got a card that they want to pull and tell me a little bit about what it's triggering for you to write? One of the other cards as well that are really good, and I haven't got these, but I'm going to get them because they're really good for this kind of exercise, are the Rebecca Campbell Work Your Light. I don't know if any of you have ever got any of the Rebecca Campbell ones. And if you've not read her book, Light is the New Black, read it. It's awesome and it's amazing. I read it on the flight home from Egypt a couple of years ago, and I read the first paragraph and I'm like, oh my God, this is just me all over. It was an amazing book. Lucia, my card Fiona included the words to be open to receiving. It has green butterflies. To me, that's growth. From a caterpillar to a butterfly, it's time to fly, to be butterfly, feeling, trust your gut. Yeah, you know, it's flowing. I can feel it's flowing from people. Thank you. I am sorry, I need, that's all right, Joanne, it doesn't matter. I've got them here in the book. What, the Rebecca Campbell ones, Lindsay? Have you? Amazing. Jessica, Ain, leap of faith, well, you're doing that now, Jessica. Leap of faith, take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. There's so much stuff that you could write around that. Leap of faith, take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. Amazing. Sometimes as well, what I do, I don't even use the cards. Sometimes I'll get my journal out and I'll set a spirit. What message do you want me to give today? And I will just write. So I do a little bit of like automatic writing with it. So I'll tune in and then I'll just start writing. And I don't know what I'm writing, and I'm writing stuff. And I remember, I think it was January last year, and I wrote, I need to dig it out because I asked Spirit, it was on a full moon night, and I asked Spirit what message they'd got. And it was saying that there were big, massive changes coming this year. Things are never going to be the same as we'd ever thought. It's about clearing out old energy, all this kind of stuff. And then obviously we got COVID. So there we go. But yeah, there's so many different things that you could use. You know, may you trust your soul to fulfill its purpose in this life and the next. You could Google inspirational quotes and see what you get from that as well. Jessica, the stormy path is behind you. Spread your wings and fly. The sky is your limit. Brighter days are on your way. Believe in yourself and abilities. Love that. That is just a post in itself. Remember, doesn't need to be war and peace. a small paragraph like that with a nice photograph, a nice image. I used to do automatic writing all the time. Yeah, I've never, I mean, I call it automatic writing. It's just basically when I'm talking to spirit and I'm writing. Whether that's the definition of automatic writing, I don't know. But I probably need to do more of it, to be fair, Donna. And, you know, again, you could use that for your own social media content. So this is another. So how many of you pull a card sort of for yourself, you know, daily, or quite often you do readings for yourself? Because another thing that you can do is often there might be cards in your pack that you very, very rarely see. So you've never really been shown that card. And it could be that you didn't need that message, or you've not, you know. So flick through your cards and think, oh wow, I've never seen this card before. What's this one? And then use that as your inspiration. You know, like for instance, I pulled the Freya card, and then I shuffled and I pulled the Freya card again. And that happens so frequently. So start looking at the cards that you've not had before. You know, this one here, Earth Angel. Stunning card. I love these. I love the artwork on these cards. They're just amazing. Earth Angel. Thank you, angels, for inspiring me to be more like you. So what do you think? What comes up for you when you think about Earth Angels? So much stuff. Now is your time to shine, to be the light. Let people follow you. You've got, I mean, she's got the world there. You know, you've got the world in your hands. Use it. Don't shy away. I know that so much. There is so much wisdom that comes. I got told that March 2020 was good. Yeah. No, I know. Well, I didn't. To be honest, Lindsay, when I was writing it, I thought, what the hell are they on about here? Because they were saying it was going to be a world thing, and I thought, I don't understand. I pull a card every morning. So, Sam, you know, maybe not for this exercise, but when you're thinking about your content, you start looking through your pack and thinking, have I seen that card? Have I not seen that card? And equally, if you're pulling a card every day, share it. You know, even if you're just sharing it on your stories on Instagram and your Facebook page, just take a photograph of it and share it. Card for today. I also use those angel cards a lot. Yeah, I love them. I pull cards often when I get a chance. It's great when a new card comes out for new lessons. Yeah, they are Kyle Gray. Yes, I love them. I shuffle them daily till one drops out. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Donna. You're my Earth Angel right now, Jackie. Bless you. Bless you. I love the artwork on Kyle Gray's cards. Me too. Honestly, do you know what? I could probably just sit all day and just look at his cards because I just think they're so amazing. My wisdom from the card I just pulled was the same about leading and followers. Yeah, amazing. Now, this one. Don't hate, meditate. Thank you, angels, for guiding me to love through meditation. I love that. Freaking love this card. It's got beautiful pinks. You know, you sat, but again, so with this, you know, she sat cross-legged with her hands like that. You could even flicker it on its head and say, you don't always have to sit like this in meditation, you know, you can just sit normally or have a walking meditation in nature. So there's all stuff like that you could get flowing, you know. Beautiful. I think I might just sit and just stare at these cards. Synchronicity. You know, I like synchronicity. An amazing word. What comes to your mind when you think about synchronicity? So, let's have a look what we've got here. Joe Robinson, just pulled a second card and it echoes what I've written about balance for me. Pulled 3 of autumn. Follow your passion when it comes to your career. Yes, be the best at what you do, being compensated for your creative talents. Sam, this morning's card was from an Earth Mantra deck about spending more time in Mother Nature, so I shared about my running for the month. Yeah, brilliant, again. So that was you sharing inspiration from your cards right there, you know. Now, the other thing that I want you to do is, now we're probably not going to have time to do this now, but what I would love is if you could come and share it in the group. So I want you to write these questions down that I'm going to ask you. So what you can do is do like a 4 or a 5 card pull, okay? And use these questions to journal around for your content. I'll come back to you in a second, Melanie. And this is, so the first question, so you're going to pull 4 cards, 4 or 5. And the first question, number 1, what right now is missing from my content? What right now is missing from my content? I don't know whether, no, it's not going to let me do it on there. Yeah, I like that, Melanie. Yeah. So have you all got that? What right now is missing from my content? Second question. I have to remember there's a bit of a lag between StreamYard and Facebook. What reminder do I need to hear? What reminder do I need to hear when I'm when I'm creating my content? So in other words, for you, what reminder do I need to hear when you're writing and creating your content? Like I said, you're probably not going to be able to do this now because it's probably going to take too long. But if you write these down and use these as, you know, prompts for you to think about how you're going to do it. Third question, what vibe does my content need right now? What vibe does my content need right now? And we're going to do, when we start the Crystal Clear Business Foundation's mentoring program that starts on the 11th, we're all going to be doing a 12-month Oracle spread for your business. So we'll be doing that right at the start. Exciting! Exciting, exciting. I can't wait. I can't wait to run it. I've got so many amazing women on it. It's just going to transform your business. Next question. What essence of my message do I need to bring forth? So what's the overall essence of your message? Yeah, Jessica, Joe, it'll be amazing. Yeah, so we'll do that as an exercise. Within the first couple of weeks, I've been planning the weeks out today, what we're going to be doing. So like the first couple of weeks is the first section about your ideal clients, your goal setting. Then you're going to have a week of implementation. Then we've got 3 weeks on social media, all about social media. Week implementation, then 3 weeks on your mailing lists and your freebies. And then the last week, again, is implementation. But there'll be a Q&A every week as well. So it's going to be amazing. I can't wait. So what essence of my message do I need to bring forth? And then your next or your final question, what impact does creating my content this way have on my business? You can join us, Sam, if you so wish. There are still some places left. So what impact does creating my content this way have on my business? Tell me. Okay, so 2020. Time is 2020. How do you feel about doing that exercise? Actually, they were 5 questions, so you can take one out if you want. How do you feel about using those questions to help you to create the content? So as if you were doing a spread for yourself or for clients. Me too, Lindsay. Excited. What are you excited about, Sam? Tell me what you're excited about. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Joe. Joe Ripley is the lady that's going to come in and do a class on moon, working with the moon. So the moon phases, moon mapping, when is a good time for putting stuff out for your business or retreating. I just can't wait for Joe to come and teach that. So that's a masterclass that Joe's going to come and do. They are helpful, yeah. Settles comes to mind. Card spread. Oh, yeah, cool. Jessica, it's a really interesting way to create content. I'm definitely going to give it a go. Absolutely, yeah. Donna, really positive way of looking at things and seeing how that positivity can help others, yeah. Sam, I normally only do a card a day or 3 cards on the full new moon. Yeah, but again, this is, don't necessarily think about it just for you. Think about it for your content and your clients and what they might want to know. I mean, for you, Sam, obviously being a bookkeeper, you could weave some of your spirituality into the bookkeeping. We love Joe, can't wait. Yeah. Good, Lucia. I'm glad you're going to give it a go. So what I'd really like you to do is come into the group and share. So if you pull, say, 4 or 5 cards, see what you get out and write some of the stuff down, what's coming up for you with these questions. Love the idea of using them for inspiration, especially if you don't have as much time to. Yeah, do you know, sometimes you do get that block. You know, you'll sit there and think, God, I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what to share. I don't know what to put out there today. Just pick up a card. And like I said, you know, normally I don't use, if I'm doing a reading for myself, sometimes I do read the book because it's not, we can't always be objective when we're doing it for ourselves. But yeah, you know, use the book because it will give you just that little bit more clarity of what you can use. So has anybody got any comments, any feedback? Have you enjoyed the class? And also tell me what you'd like more of. What other classes would you like to see me do? I've struggled with content so far. I'm looking forward to this. Yeah, I think sometimes I think when you're product-based, Lucia, it can be a bit more difficult to think about content, but equally, your business is not just all products. That you're in the business, you're the face of the business. So this is about you bringing you forward with it as well. Lucia, loved it as usual, Jack. Pleasure, Jessica. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. And Rosalind. Excellent. Come in the group, share, let everybody know so they can all come watch it on replay. You're very welcome, Heidi. How was that for you, Heidi? Obviously, I know you use your cards a lot, don't you? Crystals. Love. Yeah, I have done quite a lot of crystals. I did a crystal workshop as well a few weeks ago that quite a few were on. Sam, this was bloody brilliant. I can't wait to start using cards to plan posts. I always struggle to know what to talk. There you go, you see. It's an interesting, different approach, yeah. You're very welcome, Lucia. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. Sharon was brilliant, thank you. Marvellous. And the group mentoring program doors close on Tuesday. So if you are thinking about it, you need to get in fast before it closes. Hiya, Claire. We're just coming to the end, so you'll have to come back and watch it from the beginning. Donna, I'm definitely going to use my cards for an inspirational setup for the day. Yeah, and I think you can do that as well. So pull a card and use that as your inspiration for the day. But equally, as I say, sharing it as your content is just a great way. I use them more for myself at the moment. Yeah, I know you, obviously, if you do mediumship, you don't need your cards. But yeah, so ladies, darlings, I am going to love you and leave you. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for giving up your time here tonight. Oh, Claire, you've just had your COVID jab. Ooh, hope you're okay, darling. Well, as I said, we're just finishing now, so you can come back and watch it. Melanie, thank you, Chocolate. Always love seeing you in your beautiful calming space too. I know, it's amazing. With my gorgeous fur rug. So yes, I'm going to say bye-bye and have a good evening. Namaste.